This is the 2024 Kia Seltos CRDI LX derivative, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about it. What does it compete with, what is its pricing, and what is it like on the road. So let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm driving the Kia Seltos 1.5 CRDI LX. It is almost the entry point to the range and really does look quite nice in this gravity gray. So if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these types of videos. And from the front you'll notice that this one has projection LED headlamps with LED daytime running lights. You got Kia's signature tiger nose grille, and you've got some of these gray bits along the front of your bumper, as well as this skid plate at the bottom of your bumper. You do get some fogs as well, and under the bonnet you've got a 1.5 liter 16 valve turbocharged diesel motor, which is good for 84 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque. Goes from 0 to 100 in about 12 seconds, and it tops out at about 175 kilometers per hour. It's mated to a 6-speed auto box and pretty efficient on the road, and it drives really well, and I'll talk to you guys more about that when we're on the road. So coming around the side of the vehicle, this one does have 16-inch rims, which is finished in this matte kind of gray silver. Looks pretty decent. It is quite small, but you do get 17 and 18 inches depending on the spec you choose within the range. This one's wrapped in some Goodyear tires, which are quite nice on the road. You get body colored mirrors, and then you also get some roof rails which are finished in this matte silver, which kind of allows you to load up some of your stuff on the roof, maybe add some bikes or something of that sort. At the back of the vehicle you've got some nice tail lamps with this light bar effect. You do get a black roof spoiler with your LED tail lamp. You've got your Seltos badging, and then you've got this big skid plates as well, you know, playing on that SUV kind of off-road adventurous type, and the Seltos does do a bit of dirt road as well. And then once you open the boot, you get 433 liters of storage space, which is pretty decent. And then you got this rubberized mat, you've got some storage and some hooks on either side, and you get a full-size spare tire, so thank you very much Kia. And the boot is manually operated, so pretty decent sized boot for the Seltos, and that's really what I like about it, playing on par to its SUV styling and design, making it very spacious, and even on the interior, which I'll show you now. So jumping into the rear of the Seltos, I mean, I'm 1.8 meters tall. There's plenty of leg room here and headroom. Driver's seat is in my driving position. You also get storage behind each of your seats, as well as on either side of the door. You get aircon vents for your rear passengers, and you get 2 Type-C ports in the rear. There is ISOFIX here as well, and you get an armrest with 2 cup holders. So not bad at all, and pretty decent in the back, and doesn't feel uncomfortable for the rear passengers. Jumping into the front seats of the Kia Seltos, and you're met by this leather wrapped steering, and you've got a leather wrapped gear lever, or your gear selector also offers some leather. But other than that, you know, no leather around the interior of the vehicle. You're getting cloth seats on this one. There is artificial leather available on some of the more top spec models within the range. You get cup holders on either side of your door. You also get 2 cup holders here in the middle. You've got 1 Type-C and 1 Type-A port in the front, as well as a 12-volt socket. No dual climate control on this one, but obviously you've got aircon, and then you've got your 8-inch media unit. There is a 10-inch available as well on some of the more top spec models, but this one does have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, etc. So it does cover the basics quite nicely, and I was quite surprised that it even had wireless Apple CarPlay, to be quite honest with you. And then you do have a digital instrument cluster as well, but not very customizable, and only a 4-inch screen within it is actually customizable, right? Using it to kind of navigate through some of your vehicle information and toggle between some of the settings in the vehicle. You do get some of these gloss black finishes around the cabin and around your dash, but all in all, a very basic design, and I still see nothing wrong with it. It does the basics quite well, and the build is also pretty decent. There is a lot of plastics around the interior. However, it feels well put together, right? And I've not had too much to complain about in terms of my daily commute and my daily drive in this Kia Seltos. But let's get on the road and I'll tell you more about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our videos. And most importantly, don't forget that Auto Advisor is a technology company in the automotive industry that's focused on getting our customers the best price on their next new car. All you got to do is head over to autoadvisor.co.za, inquire on any vehicle that you're interested in purchasing, and somebody from our team will get in touch with you, go out and negotiate on your behalf to get you the most competitive price on your next new car. And you can safely sit back at home and relax, knowing that our team is trying to get you the best deal from our national footprint of dealers across the country. So on the road, the Kia Seltos does perform quite nicely. I really like this engine. It is efficient, it's got a bit of power, and it delivers quite nicely, right? I think it's able to go around the corners quite nicely, and I haven't had too much of issues with it, you know, running around in the city and even coming out a little bit out of Joburg. You do notice that lack of power, like more on the open roads when you're trying to overtake and stuff, but for the most part I think it does the basics really well. In terms of the technology, I think it has everything that most consumers are looking for, right? Which is your Apple CarPlays and Android Autos, Bluetooth, etc. So I don't really have too much to complain about on the technology front. I also like that it's got some Type-C ports and all that stuff. I mean, it is quite basic, right? Being the entry level in the range. And I think the reality is that there is many other models in this range or derivatives with a lot more features, but you're going to pay the price for it, right? And you know, the GT line does look really nice with those 18-inch rims and stuff, but it costs over 600,000 Rand. And at that point, I think I'll be much rather considering the Kia Sportage. Additionally, I'm not a fan of the 18-inch rims. I think these 16s are quite nice, and you know, kind of softens the ride a little bit, reduces weight a little bit. So I have no issues with the 16-inch, even though it doesn't look as sporty and as sleek as the GT line, right? But I think most consumers in South Africa are still going to probably go for the GT line, even though I feel it is a little bit on the expensive side for what it is. So, you know, I think where the Kia Seltos and this specific Alex model fits in really well is for your daily drive, your daily commute, daily run around the city. And you know, I think that's really where it shines for me. You can do those extended travels with it. It's got a big boot, and you know, you should be able to make it work, but I think you'll start to notice some of the limitations on more of those extended trips and the open road. The overall build also doesn't feel bad at all. I mean, I know it's cloth seats and you know, and a lot of plastics, but it feels well put together, right? And you know, that's something I can commend on this Kia Seltos. It does the basics really well, and it's a really well-rounded and well put together product. So let's just talk about the competition and pricing. You've obviously got the Hyundai Creta, you've got the Mazda CX-30, and then there are some other competitors in the segment as well, but those are the two that are coming to the top of my head right now. In terms of pricing, they're all quite similarly priced. This Kia Seltos, the entry point into the range is about 460 odd thousand Rand, and that is for the Alex manual derivative. But if you want this Alex auto derivative, it will set you back 492,000 Rand. Now you do get a 5-year 90,000 kilometer service plan, and you also get a 5-year unlimited kilometer warranty. So I think I'll be taking the Seltos over the Creta, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking it over the Mazda CX-30. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do let me know what you'll be choosing in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.